Hi everybody, just a quick video today how you can use the IZurvive map for DayZ. So if you do a Google search for IZurvive map, there's an app you can download to your Android or your iOS, your Apple phone, or you can look at it on your laptop or your computer, or you go to ginfo.gg. And basically what this gives you is an interactive map that will help you to move around Chernarus once you've figured out where you are, in order to loot more efficiently, maybe to discover areas that you didn't know were there, and generally I think to enjoy the game a little bit more. So when you first start in DayZ, you'll be along the coast somewhere, normally, or very close to the coast. And the coast is a good place to loot because you'll see things like the upturned little rowing boats, and they're very good for loot. And you'll want to move towards a town nearby to collect basic loot, so that you can then move inland, sort of to the north and to the west, because that's where the better loot is in those sort of towns. And we have the military bases, the airfields, the military checkpoints, that sort of thing. So how do you use this map? Well, obviously you can zoom in, and the further you zoom in, you'll notice that you get more detail. Now the first thing I want to talk about is how you figure out where you are. So you'll notice that on the map there's these little icons of this green circle with a white little person in it. Now they're spawn points, so you will spawn somewhere around here. Then what you want to do is make your way inland a little bit during the daytime, not at night, but during the daytime you can, to find a road. And once you find a road, just go along that road until you find a road sign. And you'll either be really lucky and the road will take you into a town, and then you'll get a road sign that looks like that, or you'll get a direction road sign that will look like this. And we can use either of these, to work out where we are. Now, unfortunately, these are in, I guess, Russian, and using the Russian alphabet, not sort of the English alphabet. So it can be a little bit difficult. But the way I tend to look at them is, say, with this one. So we're at this direction post, and we know that forward, there's a town that kind of begins with an A, A-O-B-P, and then to the left is a town that begins with a K, so Capmum something. And then the other one. So if we then go back to the map, so we want to look for a town starts with an A, another town that starts with Cap. So we can kind of zoom out, and then we can look around to find out. That starts with an A, doesn't it? Is it that one? So it's AOBP we're looking for. So it's not that one. So keep looking around. It's a similar one, but it's not that one. AOBP. There we go. So that's the town there. AOBP. So according to this map, forward is AOBP, left is to that KAPMA one. So KAPMA. So that's that one. So if we were to zoom in. So according to this, where we are, where we found this, it's 1 mile to Dobro, and a third of a mile left to Karmanovka. So we're probably there at that three-way intersection by that car, and then it's forward to that one there, which is BNNA backwards R, which is that one. So I'm pretty sure that would mean we were there. And so if we were to go to the left, we'd go to Karmanovka. And once you know where you are on the map, it's very, very simple. Often it's that initial figure out where you are. Now, this was a little bit of a false example, because generally you'll be near a town near the coast, so you can just look along the coastal area. So that tells you where you are on the map, which is cool. Now, let's say we decide to go to Karmanovka. So on this map, let's say we decide to go sort of to the left, so we're a third of a kilometre, sorry, that way. Oh, one more thing actually, with these sorts of signs, if you see it like that, it means you're entering the town. If it's got a line through it, it means you're exiting the town. So we could make our way in here, and what we can see here is we can see various icons on the map. Some of them are very obvious, like there's the town water pump where you can drink clean water and fill up your canteen or fill up your plastic bottles, and that's like that would be like a guard hut, like a hunting lodge thing, but you might not be sure what some of them mean. And so what you do is if you click on the loot option up here, you can see what all the things mean. So if we come down, we can see that. So these brown ones, that's a garage. So that's cool, isn't it? And you think, oh, what's this one with 3 lines in? Because some of them aren't obvious. Okay, 3 lines. What is 3 lines? 3 lines. Roll down. It's not a garage. Something else. Oh, it's planks. Right. Okay, seems obvious now, doesn't it? What's this piano? Why have we got a piano? What's a piano? Why would we have a piano? What's a piano? A house piano. Alright, so there's a house with a piano in it. Very nice. And then we've got a car here. And then you've got that pink one there. That's the location of a police car. So why are these important? Well, because in DayZ, the loot is contextual. So in a restaurant, for example, you could find food. In a garage, you'll find car bits. Probably where these planks are, you'd probably find something like an axe. And we can also see things like chickens. So we were to know if we were to go there, we could find some chickens. What are these little green circles? Actually, I'm not sure what those green circles are. Oh, a fruit tree. So you might find an apple or a pear on the ground there that you can then eat or take with you. Wolves, wild boar, deer, they're all there. So you can see, you could then say, well, actually, all I really need is some water in Kamenovka. So you could head carefully straight to the village water pump, fill up, and then be on your way. Now, if we go to, say, a larger town like Novodmitrovsk here, say we went here, we've got a lot more options. And things you're kind of looking for are anything to do with the military. So that would be, if we slide back up to the top, radio towers, guard houses, barracks, military various. So what we got? So there's a guard barracks there. Guard house might find some weapons or ammunition in there. We've got a police station here. They're very good. You can often, well, I say they're very good. You might find some stuff in there. You've got hospital. If you've contracted a disease, you've got an infection, you may want to go there to see if you can find some medicine. And it really does enable you to move quickly on, to go to these places, get the stuff you want, and then move on to where you want to go. And as I say, generally you'll want to move north or west from the coast. And as you're going into these towns, like Severad, Gorka, Stary Sabor, they start to get better quality loot. There's more loot there, but it also can get dangerous. Then as you move into something like the big airfield, this airfield here, you'll see there is lots and lots of barracks, lots and lots of opportunities to get good kit. And if you look at the map, you'll see as you're approaching it, generally you don't want to approach somewhere like the airfield along a road. You might want to come cross country, and you look out for the watchtowers. You'll probably see them first, and they can be very good for loot as well. So look through the watchtowers and then slowly make your way in. Now there are, if we come down to the south coast, there's good stuff down here as well. For example, if we come over to here, there's a nice little military base at Pavlovo, which is just north of Kamenka, and you can find some nice stuff in there. And also it can be a fairly low risk place to go if you don't want to go into the centre, because you've got these guard towers, the watchtowers, which again you can jump into and have a look around, and you'll probably find some ammunition and a weapon as well. And then you're feeling confident, you could go further in, or you could come out and go somewhere else. Now, one final thing. The more you use the map, the easier it becomes to use, and you start to recognise places and where you want to go when you do spawn in or as you're moving around. But don't think it's super critical in the early stages of the game to know where you are. You know, it's not life or death right at the beginning, because generally when you spawn in, as I say, you'll spawn in, you'll be along the coast. Let's go somewhere where there are some spawning points with these little crews. You'll spawn in, and if you carry on walking along the beach or along the coast, you will find upturned boats, and they will often have food and all sorts of stuff in them. Then as long as you just go in a little bit and keep walking down the road, eventually you'll come to a town. No matter what, you'll come to a town, or and then you can get all that basic loot together, because you only really need to know where you are when you want to go somewhere else specific, like a military base or move inland. So that first hour, 2 hours of the game, when you're getting your basic loot together, it doesn't really matter if you know exactly where you are, because you're concentrating on that local area. But if you do know where you are, you know, you go through a town and you see, say you're coming up to Barisno, and you go, all right, it's Barisno. You can then look at your map and you can go, right, okay, where's the water pump? You know, so we can look around and say, where can I get fresh water in this town? Okay, so it's there. So you can make your way to there. Oh right, I see there's a hospital. Let's take a visit to the hospital to get some meds. There's a what's the gun one again? There's military various, so there could be some military stuff there. There's a guardhouse there. There's a shopping centre there. You know, let's do that. Let's get looted up, and then we can move on. And it is incredibly helpful, this map. Also, as a PS, don't be afraid to explore as well. You know, get off the beaten track. Don't just go to the big towns. Go to the little towns. Do a Google search for interesting places to visit in DayZ. And there's all sorts of places. One of my favourite places that I visited was the castle, Devil's Castle, which somebody turned me on to, which is up here, just northeast of Grizno or west of Gvozno. That's a really interesting place to visit, and although it doesn't say it on the map, what you can find there is there's loads of sniper rifles, well, basic hunting rifles there as well. Do watch out for these fellas, wolves. They'll take you down really quick as well. So anyway, there we go. That is the IZurvive map. I'll put a link in the description down below. You can download it on the app and use it on your phone, or you can have it running on your laptop or your computer. It's very, very useful, and hopefully that gives you an idea of how you should use it to find out where you are and how to loot more efficiently. If you've got any other questions or comments, please put them in the box down below. If you've enjoyed the video and found it useful, hit the thumbs up, press subscribe if you want to see more of the same. You can always support the channel through the Patreon link, and what that gives you access is is my videos a little bit earlier. You tend to get 3 days earlier access, and you know, I'm not asking for much. You know, $1 or something, $2 I think would really help the YouTube channel to expand. Anyway, but thank you very much for watching, and well, I'll see you again soon.